All right, guys, today we are in the best new construction neighborhood that you have never heard of, a Perry community, Stevens Ranch, far west side. Let's take a look.
All right, guys, so today I'm going to show you exactly where Stevens Ranch is on a map, and we're going to talk about what's around it. So here's a map of San Antonio, like we always show you. Stevens Ranch is, again, big shocker, going to be located on this far west side, way over here, right next to this Highway 211. So you're looking at about a 35 to 40 minute drive to the airport, which is located over here. You're looking at about a 30 to 35 minute drive or so to downtown San Antonio. And if you're PCSing to Lackland Air Force Base, this is only going to be located about 15 minutes or so away from Stevens Ranch. So really convenient. All right, let's take a little closer look at the neighborhood and the area. So Stevens Ranch is going to be located in this section right here. If you see this long road right next to that HEB, all that is going to be Stevens Ranch. So although this neighborhood may seem pretty far out, one of the best things about it has to be its convenience. As you looked here just a second ago, HEB, which is our grocery store here in San Antonio, if you're not familiar, is literally, it's on the outskirts of the neighborhood. It's basically built into the neighborhood, so it's very, very convenient whenever you're doing grocery shopping. When it comes to schools, Stevens Ranch is also very convenient because you have the elementary school as well as the middle school almost located in the same neighborhood. So within Stevens Ranch, you have Langley Elementary School, which is right here. And then you're gonna have Bernal Middle School, which is in the neighborhood that is right next to it. So the one area that I believe Stevens Ranch is lacking is the high school. You are a little bit far. So as I mentioned earlier, Stevens Ranch is right in this little section down here. Now the high school that your kids would be going to is gonna be Harlan High School, and that's gonna be located way up here by Calabria and Tally Road. Now the problem with this is that in the mornings, if you're going during traffic hour, this is gonna put you probably 20 to 25 minutes away from the school. So something to be aware of if your kids are going to high school and you wanna move to Stevens Ranch. Now the nice thing about Stevens Ranch is while it is located a little bit far out, you still have everything that you need to go to nearby. You're gonna have a Costco and an entertainment center down here. You're gonna have a movie theater. You're gonna have restaurants. You're gonna have entertainment. You're gonna have all that good stuff also located here, so you don't have to worry about traveling all the way across town just to go do something fun with your family. All right, guys, we talked about exactly where Stevens Ranch is at on a map, so let's head out to the neighborhood and check it out. Okay, so we are out here in Stevens Ranch. First impression. You know, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't even realize that it was out here.
Really?
I had heard people talk about Stevens Ranch, and this is something that, you know, feedback that we've gotten from other people talking to them about this neighborhood too, that it's so well hidden that not very many people know that it's back here. And it's huge. Like, this is massive. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's been around for a little while. There used to be multiple builders out here in Stevens Ranch. Now really it's just gonna be Perry, and they've bought a ton of land out here. Perry, they're building everywhere right now in San Antonio, especially on this side of town. But Stevens Ranch is a super, super nice, tucked away area, but this is turning into a master plan community right off of Potranco. And then 211 is just half a mile, you know, away from us. And 211 will take you all the way down to Calabria, all the way up to 90. I mean, it's a super, super convenient neighborhood.
It'll get you anywhere that you need to be. Now that said, we are in one of the newer developments, one of the newer subdivisions that Perry has out here in Stevens Ranch. And Perry actually owns this entire plot of land, so this whole neighborhood is gonna be dedicated to Perry. And if you know anything about Perry, they're a national builder, but their quality of their homes is always immaculate. I mean, you can look, see just these homes here. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. Now, all of these lots are gonna be on 55-foot wide front lots, and they're all pretty much gonna be the standard same size with a couple of exceptions. There's a few of them that have the oversized lots, a few cul-de-sacs, but for the vast majority of it, they're all gonna be in that same size.
Now, I will say that right now, this area is being built by Perry. We don't know if the rest of the neighborhood will continue to be Perry. This is a master plan community, so you can guarantee that there will be other builders that move into this neighborhood at some point. But right now, Stevens Ranch is broken up into several different subdivisions, and the two subdivisions that we're taking a look at today are Perry. They did have Texas Homes out here. I believe MI was building out here at one point. We do see that across the street, Castle Rock and Meritage are building over there at Arcadia Ridge. More than likely, those builders will move out to this area as well. Now, one thing I do like about Perry Homes here is the homes that they're building currently are all on green belts. And that is super cool. So even if you're getting a standard 45 or 50 foot lot, you are gonna be on a green belt. If you end up building on a larger lot, because they do have some larger lot, you're also gonna be on a green belt. So at least everybody's getting a green belt, and
That's
man,
hard to
you
beat.
you can't beat that.
That's really hard to beat.
So right now we're gonna go take a look at the model home, take a look at that floor plan so you can get an idea of what Perry's product looks like, and then we'll talk a little bit more about everything that they have to offer once we get there.
All right, guys, so first thing you're gonna notice whenever you come to the house, signature Perry stuff. You have these nice tray ceilings way up here. Really, really nice. And they have the recessed lighting that are built into it, which is kind of a cool feature. It's not like a super uncommon thing, but I really like the way that they did that. And if you notice too, right above the door, whenever we came in, there's actually a separate window that allows for more light to even come in. That coupled with the glass windows is gonna be super nice, and you're gonna have tons and tons of ambient light. So off here, right over here now, these are gonna be where the offices are for the builder representatives over here. Now, this is actually going to be a 3-car garage by the time that they sell this model home. So you know how I feel about 3-car garages.
Yeah, you need the space for your gym, right?
I need the space for my gym that I never use.
One of the things that I noticed though walking in, and I really like, Perry always has these tall foyers. The ceilings are nice and tall, especially on a 1-story house. You know, we get a lot of people that do like those 2-story homes, and a lot of them will have like the vaulted ceilings and stuff. Well, with the 1-story, you're not always gonna have that. So when you walk in and you have this, the ceilings are nice and tall in your foyer, it just opens up your space.
It feels like a grand kind of.
It really does.
So speaking of ceiling, as you come kind of, I guess, past the foyer, this is an extended part of the foyer. This ceiling is what I really, really like. It almost looks like there's kind of like a farmhouse feel, if you ask me. I don't know. I really, really like it. I like the dark paint up there. It makes it feel taller than it actually is as well.
And then you've got this nice chandelier, right? Coming down right here. It's almost like you have 2 foyers.
Yeah.
Because when you first walk in, you've got this first area here with your can lighting up top, and then you walk in a little bit further past the guest bedroom, and now you've got this like almost like a second foyer area with this.
It helps to divide the house. So up front, you know, if you work from home, you have your office up front, and then you have the guest suite over here. So it really helps without having to bring this section of the house up to the rest of it. So where if you have to work from home, it's not as bad. You're kind of secluded and it might be quiet, especially if you have kids playing in the background.
And the width of this foyer is nice. You still have your area over here where you could do your permanent decoration station. That's what I call it, right?
This is permanent.
Yeah, got your change it up for the seasons.
Hey, no, we don't change it up. It's just Halloween year round in my house. You come into the main portion of the house now. This is obviously my favorite section. Y'all know how I feel about the kitchen. I be eating out here, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Really nice granite countertops. Now, we've seen this floor plan for Perry in several different communities, and the reason why is because, and we learned this recently, that Perry is able to take floor plans from their other communities, and so long as it fits on their lots in that neighborhood that you want to live in, they're able to build those floor plans. So that's very cool, very unique, because sometimes with some other builders, those floor plans that they offer only are exclusive to that neighborhood. And I think that's where Perry kind of stands out, is the option to take a floor plan from another community that you might have liked and bring it to this one if this is where you choose to live.
And that's super important for a lot of our clients, because a lot of them, they fall in love with a specific area of town. They like a certain builder, but then they look at the builder's inventory and they say, well, they don't have the floor plan that I like. I like the floor plan in X community over here, but they don't want to live over there. So if that is the case with you and you fall in love with, say, Stevens Ranch, but they don't necessarily have, you know, that floor plan that you're looking for that's ready to move into, they may be able to still build your floor plan on that lot.
Which I think would be kind of, you'd be hard pressed to find something that you don't like, because this community does offer 24 floor plans. They offer 11 1-stories and 13 different 2-story floor plans. So if you can't find one that you don't like, you still do have the option, but I think you're gonna be pretty hard pressed to not find something that you like here. Now, we talked about the kitchen. I mentioned this before. I love wall ovens. I don't know what it is, you know, maybe it's just the kind of out of the way, everything's out of the way, and I love how they put the microwave above it. I don't know, to me it just looks sleek. I know, you don't really like them though, right? Do you, Johnny?
You know, I don't mind them too much. I do, you know, like behind you the nice range, and I do like how there's nothing there. There's no microwave or anything above the range. Of course, you know me, I'm a big fan of the pot filler, but I also really enjoy when they do the nice hoods.
Yes.
Those nice stainless steel hoods above the range. This one doesn't have that.
Well, this one does actually have a built-in vent over here, but you can't see it because it's tucked away behind this piece right here.
Right.
So they did a really good job of hiding it, but it solely functions as a vent.
Well, one of the things too you have to remember about Perry is they're an option builder. So there are so many different options and upgrades that you can do. The model home you look at may not necessarily have what you're looking for, but when you go to the design center, once you're under contract, then that might be something that they can do.
So one thing I do want to point out, speaking of option builder, there are tons of different options that you can go with at the design center. So for instance, here's one. You have white cabinets over here, but they decided to take the island and make them dark gray. Now, I typically don't like multicolored cabinets, but in this situation, they made it look really, really good. So you do have that option. Like I said, when you go with a reputable builder like Perry, there's just so many options that you can do. So one of my favorite features about this house in particular has to do with this section. Now, you know what I'm gonna put here. You already know.
What's that, coffee?
Oh, yes, sir.
Your coffee bar, right?
Look at how big this station is. Like, this is so cool. So, you know me, I would have a coffee bar in this corner, and then I still have space to do whatever I want. If you want to make it into a bar, like a bar, or if you want to make it into a decoration piece, or even if you're just having friends and family over, a really cool thing is that you can put the food all on this table right here, still have your island back in the kitchen to where you can still work, and you still don't have to put anything on the dining table except for your plates.
So regardless of what you use it for, you have to appreciate the space that they give you. And we've talked about this in some of our other videos. Perry does a really good job of utilizing all of the space in the home. We walk through houses at different price points, right? Lower price points where all they have is the island. Might not even be as big as this, but when it comes to countertop space, it's gone.
Yep.
So over here, although it's not right here, say in the kitchen, this is a huge countertop that you can use for whatever.
It's incredible. So, Perry's, a lot of their homes are very open concept, and this is a prime example, right? You have your dining room right off of the kitchen, and then obviously you have your living room right here. Now, this is kind of one big room. Some people think that, this is perfect. Some people think that this is too open, but again, this is just kind of preference thing. I would prefer a little bit more closed off, but again, so many people like this, and this is why it's so popular, and exactly why you're seeing it in so many of these new homes and these new construction homes that we've been showing you in our videos. So, one other gripe that I have, I think you know where I'm going with this too.
Didn't have a
no
fireplace.
No fireplace. And that for me, it's a deal breaker. It shouldn't be a deal breaker.
All right, we're done.
You know what? We'll see y'all later. All right, see ya. That's my one thing, but again, Perry's an option builder, you'd be able to put it in. Now, the nice thing about Perry too is they have this really cool outside patio. This is gonna be an option as well. They got your ceiling fan out there, and honestly, it's a pretty good amount of space to where you're able to kind of have family out there. You can set up a grill, you can set up a couple different things, and you're going to have all that room that you really want to be able to entertain and host and still have a good amount of backyard space. Let's take a look at the master bedroom.
Master bed, pretty nice. So just like the Castle Rock home that we recently looked at, when you walked in there, I called it an open concept bedroom.
You did.
This kind of feels like that to me. You walk in and you see all the space in here right away.
Now here's the problem that I have with this bedroom. While I like it, I kind of think that it's too big. Like, this is where they have the bed. It looks beautiful, but if you want to put a TV in your bedroom, which you shouldn't have, but I do anyway, you'd have to put it on this wall, and the distance from the bed, I guess where the TV would be mounted, seems pretty big. Like, you have this, there's a lot of empty space right here. Now again, you might have a better use for it than me. You're probably more creative than me, to be honest with you, but just something to note. I feel like it's a lot of space. Again, not a bad thing, not a great thing, but something to note. What I do like is this right here, this sliding glass door to the bathroom. Some people don't like this as well, but I think it looks really cool. Then they have it clouded so you don't have to worry about your privacy or anything like that, which is it's really nice. But it leads directly into your bathroom, which is right next to your bed. Now, I love this bathroom, and here's why. All right, so as soon as you come in, you have this big tub. Like, this is really good because this is not, we've been in some model homes before where I think the tub, it's just not that big, it's not that great. I couldn't fit in it, but this one is a guaranteed, like, Trev can fit in this tub. 2 sinks, both on either side, so you don't have to worry about sharing sink space, and they're both the exact same size, which is huge. Sometimes they give one side a little bit less room, but this case, they did a really good job. Excellent job.
Now, I noticed that there's 4 different doors in this bathroom. What are they?
So, this one's gonna be your water closet over here to your right. You're gonna have a linen closet also over here. And this linen closet is deep. It's not just like an open the door thing. You can actually walk in here and stand inside, which is super cool. Towel space, where you need a place to put your folded towels and whatnot. This is a really good spot for them. If you come back towards the shower, you have one closet here. Now, this is a walk-in closet, and the cool thing is that it has some built-ins as well. Good size. Again, it's got a little bit of built-ins, different levels of the shelves, so this is a really nice size. And then you're gonna have your other closet closet on the opposite side. So again, kind of his and hers kind of deal. The closets look to be about that same size. About the same size for the built-ins, about the same amount of shelf space. The layout is a little bit different, but to be honest with you, it's not too much to where you're gonna be fighting over one or the other in particular. Now, my favorite part of the bathroom, my absolute favorite. Like, look how big this shower is. Like, it's a little creepy if you're just walking into the bathroom to do whatever and, you know, your significant other's just kind of standing there looking at you like that. But it's still really cool, like this crazy amount of space that you have in here. They have the white subway tile, which make it look really nice. And the other thing is that on this side, the knob for your temperature control is gonna be way over here, so you don't have to get wet before you set your temperature. You know, it's, Perry thinks about the little things, and I really appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna head back out here now. We went straight to the master. So this house in particular is gonna be a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom floor plan. Just coming under 2,700 square feet. So there's a lot of room, just about room for everybody, but it's sectioned off appropriately as far as bedrooms. They're spread out. Now, as you come down this very small hallway, you're gonna have, off to your right-hand side, you're gonna have the utility closet, and it's decent size. There's no built-ins or anything like that, so nothing super crazy, but it's still really, really nice. And then off to your left-hand side over here, you're gonna have a bathroom, and this is a full bathroom. It's got a shower, it's gonna have a really nice vanity, you're gonna have a toilet, you're gonna have everything that you need. So this is a full operating bathroom. And this hallway kind of L shapes. You're gonna have 2 bedrooms. They're gonna be about the same exact size, just kind of flip-flop. Both are gonna have decent sized closets. And at the very end of this hallway right here, you're gonna have another linen closet. Storage space. We've talked on this other videos. You never realize how much storage space you actually need until you don't have it. And then you're looking for places to put your stuff, cleaning supplies, towels, like weird stuff that you don't want the people to see. This place has enough. Perry always thinks of that stuff. So kudos to him for sure. Okay, so one thing that I noticed here, and this is gonna be weird, kind of OCD of me, I counted 17 recessed lights from the kitchen to the living room. That's an insane amount of lights, especially when you have a chandelier up here. Lighting is never gonna be an issue between the natural light and the 17 recessed lights. Really, really nice. I don't think I've ever seen that many lights in a section like this before. So prices out here in Stevens Ranch for Perry models are gonna start right at about $550,000 and go all the way up to just under $700,000 at $699. This model in particular, which is the 2695, it's gonna start out at about $580,000 and it's gonna go up depending on the option that you choose. Again, we touched on it a little bit earlier. Perry is an option builder, so a lot of what dictates the price is going to be the options that you choose to put into your home. All right, guys, so we talked about where the amenity center is on a map. Let's go take a look at it and see what it has to offer.
All right, so we're here outside of the amenity center, and this amenity center is a little bit smaller than what I would expect for a neighborhood this size and one that's continuing to grow, but it's a swimming pool. It's got some laps or some lanes for laps. There is a smaller area for kids that's, you know, gonna be shallow and good for them. And there are 2 covered areas here for tables and chairs so you can get out of the sun, which is very, very nice, especially if you are doing a summer like we just had where it was just triple digits all summer long. So that's pretty nice. There's bathrooms here, no vending machines, and there's no playground. So some of the amenity centers that we do see will have playgrounds for kids. This one doesn't have one. We are not sure if there are plans for a second amenity center like some of the other large master plan communities that we have been taking a look at recently. But this one does have that nice big parking lot for parking. It's towards the back of the community where they haven't really opened up a lot of this area yet. So they do have an amenity center. It's pretty nice, so you can definitely check it out. All right, what do you think? We've seen better, right?
It's not the best.
It's not the best.
I'll be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed.
It's not like Davis Ranch.
Davis Ranch is
doggone slides and everything
Davis
else.
Ranch is insane. This one, if I'm paying that much for a house and for a neighborhood this size, man, I expected a lot more. I'm a little disappointed.
There you have it. Okay, guys, that was Stevens Ranch Perry home house that we took a look at today. What did you think about it?
I liked it, man. Now I've seen that home in other communities before, but I think Perry is one of those brands that's just solid across the board no matter where you go. They're always going to be quality. The homes look nice. The area is really nice, and not too many people know about it.
Perry is building everywhere here in San Antonio. They've picked some really good neighborhoods to build their product. We're super happy that we were able to showcase this one. Hey, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. We do post videos every single week, and you do not want to miss them.
And guys, whether you plan on making a home purchase here in San Antonio within the next few weeks or even the next few months, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love the opportunity to help you and your family make a smooth move here to San Antonio. Thank you so much for watching our stuff. We'll see you in the next one.